At the car wash. At the car wash, yeah. Oh, we started. Alright, so both of these retards. I'm sorry, that's. Sorry, instinct. Both of these players are misinformed about the number of games involved in the tournament. It is best of 5. There you go. So, sorry, that was really mean. But the games have been pretty interesting so far. This is Game 3 of World War III. Actually, World War III was one of the best pay-per-views WCW had to offer. It was, okay, get this, it was 3 rings, okay, 3 wrestling rings, each with 20 dudes in it, okay? And if that doesn't sound awesome, you got to remember this is like 1993 WCW. So you had like guys like the Shockmaster, like original Sting, Glacier, who was just Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. 60 guys. I mean, it was just a bunch of muscles. Like there was no room to do anything. It was awful. If you get a chance, check out World War III from WCW. But this is our own WW3, World War III, brought to you by SCLegacy.com, and I am your lovely commentator, Sahara Drac. So, talking about the first 2 games, we have 1-1. I believe I said 1-1 earlier, and when it was like the second game, when it was clearly just 1-0 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But, yeah, series is tied 1-1, and both games were actually pretty interesting. The first game, Solaris made a crucial mistake of putting his hatchery in his main instead of expanding, and he never got to leave his main again and lost the game. Second game was IchicbanBaka suffering from a little bit of what I call fancy syndrome. You know, fancy sauce from Step Brothers? It's ketchup and mayonnaise. It's just too fancy. Well, IchicbanBaka tried to get real fancy, and he was like, I'm going to fast expand with the Forge, and then I'm going to make a Stargate, and then I'm going to make 2 Phoenixes, 2 exactly, and then I'm going to push exactly when I have 2 Phoenixes and a Void Ray, and I'm going to lift 2 Roaches. It's going to be amazing. And then just, you know, Zerg just had expanded, had no one had tampered with his drones, and he was just like, I have a ton of things to kill you. Go away. So that's what happened. And IchicbanBaka did go away without the GG. But that's okay. We'll forgive him. Cyber going down after 2 gates, so it looks like we might see some early pressure here from IchicbanBaka. And Solaris, poor Solaris, is none the wiser. He opted not to scout this game. You should always scout. Always, 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 always scout. I don't care what level of play you are. I don't care how confident you feel in your build. Just, I mean, you don't have to scout early, but at some point, find out what the guy's doing, you know? I guess the exception would be like, if I don't care what I see, I'm doing this build. He could have 6 proxy cybernetics cores, and I'd still do this build. And cancels his expansion? I guess he spotted this. Can he see that? I don't understand why he canceled that and suddenly went Spinecrawler. Did he see something I didn't see? Let's move it on back here. I want to. Ooh! I fast forwarded. I meant to hold V there. Sorry. So let's see if he spots any yellow here before he decides to cancel his hatchery. Okay, there it was. Just peaked a tiny bit for really fast reaction time there from Solaris. That was very cool. Sees these 2 zealots just barely poke their head up, and then cancels the natural right away. He does not believe in his ability to fast expand safely. I think he should fast expand anyways, because Zerg are allowed to do that, and just get that speed up and get some roaches and dominate, you know. But he feels like that's not so safe. So this Overlord spots this pylon over here, and he's going to take that out. Just gathering up zealots here. How many spine crawlers we got here? Just the 1, and the second is about halfway done. They do take a millennium and a half to build, so the first spine crawler was built in, the Dark Ages. During, Richard the Lionheart had built the first spine crawler. I think that date was way off, but whatever. So Moving his spine crawlers back now, the Zealots do opt to just straight up ignore the spine crawlers, which they are wont to do from time to time. So we're going to see a lot of drones go down here with ticks to these Zealots. Spine crawlers are planted, so he will eventually put an end to this, but taking a look at the units lost, yeah, 10 units lost for Solaris, and the resources is not accurate because it does not reflect the mining that was lost because of those drones. A little bit of a counter here, more of like a Speedling scouting counter. That's not going to get a whole lot done. Just checking the expansions, seeing what's going on at the ramp. Really should have done this earlier, like before he rushed you with Zealots, but I digress. Robo Bay and 2 gateways going down. So warp gate technology not being researched, and let's see, roaches coming out for Solaris. So this is good movement here. I like this a lot. You should. I didn't like his scouting at the beginning of the game, but I like what he's doing with these Speedlings now. Just checking things out, man. You never know, especially against those tricksy Protoss precious. You never know what they're gonna do, man. Like they'll just sneak up and take your precious. You know, no one wants that. Proxy precious thievery. You know, no one likes that. We hate it. We hate the Protoss. And here comes those scouting Zerglings again. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like you're not going to get up the ramp, so rest off, bro. Step off, bro. You said step off? Wow. And there's the Immortal coming out. It is, by the way, it is 4 in the morning, guys, in case I'm being really retarded or weird. That's my excuse every time, although I would probably sound exactly like this at 4 p.m. too. So, whatever. So the expansion does get put up for Solaris. He's not going to get completely denied his expansion like he did in Game 1, but this push is looking pretty strong here, especially with the nice force field usage we've seen from IchicbanBaka and an Immortal to blast roaches right in their face. So we'll check it out. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared for Zerg right now. Zergling's getting a pretty good little surround actually on the Stalkers. Stalkers taking a lot of damage they didn't need to from the Zerglings. I mean, they did die, but Stalkers, ouch. Cancel that queen. Cancel that queen. Cancels the queen. All right. And this is looking like a repeat of Game 1, where did you see hold on? Did you see that? Did you see the spine crawler? Look at this spine crawler shoot. It's like, ow, asshole. And he just kind of nudges over the Zealot. Jeez, that hurt. Sorry, I found that amusing. But spine crawlers are going to shoot down here. Roaches, don't think he's going to be able to get up this ramp, but again, no expansion for Zerg is really bad news. Well, for Zerg, not for Protoss. And looks like the Gilial Reconstitution coming out, and the Spire. There we go. Now Solaris is thinking a little bit more on his toes. Because before, he kept just trying to do this thing where he'd expand and like hoped his roaches would stand, and it just wasn't working. But with some good mutamicro, I mean, he doesn't even have to directly engage this force. He can just swoop right around and force Protoss home. And I think that's his plan, if he can get the Mutalisks up in time. But here comes a really big push. That is a lot of forces, and a very, very few forces from Solaris. It's a good plan, but I don't think he was ready. The push up is going to come waltz right up the ramp, and now they're on the even ground, so it's going to be really, really, really hard for him to hold this off. 12 Zerglings coming out. I think that's probably what I'd make now too, instead of and he's sitting on 1,300 minerals, dude. Just fucking drag. Sorry, didn't mean to curse. Drag a box around these guys and just build spine crawlers everywhere. Do it. At least, at the very least, it'll give him something else to shoot. But yeah, this game's over. The timing push from IchicbanBaka was too strong, and I actually would call it a timing push because he pushed right when he got his first Immortal, which is a pretty opportune time. Here come the drones to fight. Yeah, I mean, he's sitting on so many minerals, he should have made spine crawlers way sooner. But it looks like he is going to push him back a bit while he tries to get spine crawlers a bit, but it's over. It's over. See Sub-Zero, now just plain Zero. And yeah, he's pushing in here. I mean, there's a queen coming out for Solaris, that's about it. And there's the roaches trying to do what they can. I mean, Why is he... There's 2 mutas coming out. There is only 3 stalkers here, actually, so... I mean... There's a glimmer of hope, I guess. Spawning pool goes down. There's no hope. There's no glimmer. There's just no glimmer here. And the expansion over here at the gold from our greedy friend IchicbanBaka. Why not? And, did the mulas even hatch? Did he cancel them? Is he gathering? I don't understand. It doesn't matter. 3 Stargates going down for Protoss. And, yeah, just waiting on the GG. Fighting with drones and, yeah, there's the hero! Guardian Shield. So, yeah, GG from Guild Solaris, and he's out. He's outie. So, 2-1 for IchicbanBaka, and pretty good game so far, actually. There hasn't been any real close games. It's either been a little clash with some plans that don't work well against what the other guy's doing. I guess what I'm trying to say. There hasn't been any of this like back and forth map control struggle or something. I really like to see a good, solid game from these two. They're both pretty good players, and I think they can both do it. But well, Solaris needs to stop dying to the first timing push, and IchicbanBaka needs to just not do silly builds. So yeah, see you guys in Game 4. I don't know what map it's on, but I do know that I have pretty big biceps. Oh yeah.